Welcome back to the videos, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. If you are returning, thank you so much. If not, I am Austin. This is Octane Media. And today we are going to be talking about 5 things I wish I would have either A, not bought to begin with for the Mk8 GTI, or would have waited or gone a different route. And I will share those with you and explain exactly why I feel the way that I do. Another thing, we are thinking about doing a live stream on every Friday. If that's something you guys would be interested in, please let me know down below. You can also get a hold of me at my Instagram at _octane_media_. There will be a little note in the description below if you're interested in doing that as well. So, let's get started. First thing we are going to talk about today is going to be the rear diffuser that I have on the Mk8 GTI. Now, the diffuser itself is not the problem. More so, it's the aggression of the diffuser that I got. It's just a little bit too much. It's too aggressive for where I live. It gets caught on everything. Pulling in and out of my driveway, I hit it. And it's pretty bent, it's pretty beat up right now, and really I just need to get a new one. Probably end up going with Maxton Design. If you don't know already, I do have the Strafe Design rear diffuser on the Mk8 GTI, at least, actually I've got it on both of them, but I've got 2 different ones. Justice's GTI has a little bit less aggressive one, which has actually worked out pretty good for her. But mine has fins that kind of stick out past the rear bumper, and with how steep the driveway is, it just snags no matter how aggressive of an angle I take it. So that would be number 1. I would probably go with a different diffuser looking back on things. Number 2 is more something I rushed into. My brother-in-law was getting rid of them, and that is the wheels that are on the Mk8 GTI. We are rocking some Grohana RFX 11s, I believe is what they are called. They look really, really good. The face of the wheel looks really nice. They are heavier than the stock 40th wheels, but the problem comes with how wide they are. And I've got a video here for you to watch while you listen to my voice. They're just too wide, the offset's too aggressive, and what has happened is since I'm lowered, anytime I go over something super harsh or hit something a little bit too fast, it pushes that wheel and tire up into my fender, and it has flared my fenders out and has actually rubbed paint off of my passenger side rear quarter, which sucks. Not something I love. The fitment is just too aggressive, at least for me. Some people might like it, but where I'm sacrificing the body of the car, it's not something I would want to stick with. So that would be number 2. To fix this issue, we would get something with a less aggressive offset, or yeah, that's really it. For number 3, this is something that I probably would have waited on. The reason we went and we got these is because we kind of slid off the road at the beginning of the year when we had a super bad snowstorm, and I was told it was bent. That's our front lower control arms. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't upgrade my front lower control arms. What I am saying is I probably would have done other things first, such as a rear sway bar, which I still have yet to do and will be coming for the Mk8. But what I am saying is I would have spent that money at the time elsewhere on something that would have made a bigger difference, I feel, in my driver experience. And the control arms, they're great. They're absolutely fine, but I didn't notice much of a difference when I went from the factory front lower control arms up to the Super Pro MQB Evo control arms. They are nice. They look really pretty. They've got nice bushings in them. I just personally haven't felt much of a difference. Granted, I'm not pushing the car to its limits, hardly ever, so maybe that's where the discrepancy comes in. But for me, I would have saved that money and spent it on something a little bit more noticeable on everyday drives. Number 4, and this kind of comes down to personal preference, is my suede shift boot. Brand new, absolutely beautiful. It looks good. It's a nice touch in the interior, but it is a pain in the butt to keep clean, and I don't want to damage it by trying to vacuum all the little crumbs out. I've got another video for you to watch once again while you listen to my voice. It just gets filthy, and I hate trying to keep it clean. I don't want to damage the suede or the Alcantara fabric that it's got. I probably would have gotten a cloth one, I would have gotten a cloth one over the factory faux leather. The faux leather just doesn't look good. It looks cheap, it feels cheap, and I don't think it works with the interior too well, personally. But I probably would go cloth over the Alcantara if you're worried about keeping it clean. That's my personal preference. It does look really good in the interior. It just kind of a pain in the butt to keep clean. And last but not least is my short shifter. I also apologize. I am a little sick at the moment, so bear with me on that. But last but not least is our CTS short shifter. The short shifter is really good. I don't really have any complaints over it. More so, I would have just gone a different route and probably went with a Diesel Geek or Sigma 6 short shifter. It replaces both of the actuating parts, the boomerangs. I feel like I would have gotten a little bit more enjoyment out of it. Not that I don't enjoy the CTS short shifter. I just probably would have gone the other direction. It replaces a little bit more and gets rid of a little bit more slop out of your shifter assembly. That's really the only reason. Like I said, CTS short shifter has been great. No real complaints. Just wanted a little bit more out of the short shifter, and I think if I'd have gone that route, I'd be more satisfied than I am currently. That's my personal preference. If you're looking for something that's not too aggressive and doesn't change it too much, absolutely the CTS short shifter, the single boomerang replacement, is going to be probably the best option for you. But if you're wanting something a little bit more aggressive, a little bit probably more track oriented, and just to improve everything as far as the feeling of your short shifter and your shifter assembly, you're going to want to get something that replaces both boomerangs. And I think the Diesel Geek short shifter also replaces the ends that are actually attached to the cable. So any sort of rubber bushing movement is going to be gone because it's a solid aluminum piece, I believe. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. If you have enjoyed the video, if you've gotten something out of it, if it has helped you, by all means, hit the like button, comment down below. I do reply to all my comments. It just takes me a little bit of time. I work 2 jobs and am a dad as well as a husband. So be patient with me. I will get back to you. Tune in next week for another video. Peace, and I'll see you next time.